Dang it. All right, so here we go. This should come out sometime next month, Doolum. We're getting pretty close, so people are getting kind of serious about this. So I am gonna turn down some of these lights though. It's pretty bright in my face here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's blowing your guys' ears off.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here.
How's that? Does that sound good? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Is that good?
The Elder Scrolls, the Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up
thumbs up,
space
all right.
game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go?
Yeah, Skyrim in space is what he's talking about.
That is Starfield.
Slightly up
Obviously,
and you're good?
We've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our
Order me a hearing
technology,
aid.
and all of us here in the
I'll
studio.
put it in the merch store.
We've done so much together, but well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today,
you know what? I never thought of that, Rourke. It kind of does look like it, doesn't it?
Of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
So, see, Bassy, the thing is that more and more games are being released full of bugs, and that's just now the standard expectation.
In over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG.
And it's like Fallout 76. It came out. It was a terrible game on release. It's really fun now.
Of unlimited possibilities.
That looks so beautiful to me.
Not just one.
That just looks like such a beautiful game to me. I'm a big fan of space, so this looks great.
Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours.
Dude, I sometimes read that too.
It wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds.
I think this game is going to be
that isn't just a backdrop.
huge
actually there
as far as how much you can do.
Visit it too. We realistically
I wait 3 months to buy a game because then most of the bugs are fixed. That's right.
Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
I believe so, Doolum. I believe it is multiplayer in a cooperative sense. We'll find out. This video covers it. I think this video, it's a 45-minute video.
And you can play it in first person.
Cool. I like first person.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources.
Can I bitch slap Rella's character in real time?
Do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
Abandoned mine. I just really want to be playing this right now. So one of the things that early on was a problem was people were saying that the combat looked terrible. And I'm kind of, it looks a lot better now. Ooh, a jetpack, that's cool. Something to keep in mind though, during these videos, you're always seeing the absolute best the game has to offer, right? They're not going to promote the mediocre stuff.
And you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object.
Ooh, look at those guns.
From all of your weapons, to spacesuits, to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food.
Wow, okay. If any of you are planning on getting this and playing it, please contact me on Discord so that we can exchange Steam account numbers and stuff. I would love to play with anybody who wants to.
And he can even say your name. Let's head out.
I wonder if the ship's upgradable.
The wonder and majesty of space exploration. to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast.
NASA
That's
punk?
where the visual interest is.
I like the sound of
Obviously,
that.
NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used.
I dig it. I think every time I watch
Alrighty.
video on this game, I just think it looks beautiful.
This is your star map.
You think it'll be
It starts
free
the
with
planet you're
Xbox
currently
Game
on.
Pass?
You can see
Wow.
all of its info and resources. You can
Xbox
choose
Game
a landing
Pass is
spot
pretty cheap,
or
isn't it? It's like
fast travel
14 bucks a
to
month or
known
something?
locations.
It's like a regular subscription price. It's
Backing
nothing.
out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or
I
life
love
on
that
them,
it shows
versus the many planets
the
that are barren
gravity
but
well. Look at the
resource
gravity
heavy.
well it shows right there. That's
Zoom out
cool.
even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to
Upgradable
the Alpha
ship.
Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
That's awesome. Do you get to pilot your ship in real time? That would be cool. $10 a month for the Xbox Live Pass? Okay.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan.
I
your
love
ship's cargo.
sci-fi, man. I absolutely love science fiction.
Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
It kind of looked like you could maybe pilot manually there for a little bit. I didn't see. Mass Effect was an amazing series, EKG. You're right.
As soon as
It
you
absolutely
land
is.
in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
Holy
So the main
crap.
focus
I'm
when
going to
we're
get so
designing a city
lost
is
in this
obviously
game.
what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a colony war memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters. that are going
Exactly,
about their
Anti-Valor.
day-to-day lives.
Exactly.
Paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
And you know what? Bethesda may make
also
mistakes
where
along the
your
way, but they're a
adventure with
company that
Constellation
learns from their
begins.
mistakes. And they are pretty good at fixing their mistakes too. Fallout 76 being the biggest.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you
I
meet them,
dig her Michael
Constellation
Jackson
is sort of
jacket.
seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist
His shirt's
anymore.
pretty kick-ass
They're
too. Did
the
you see his
last
shirt?
true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Okay,
It's
these people
definitely
sound
an
stupid to me.
eclectic
Those
cast of
characters sound
characters.
terrible to me,
You've
but
got
whatever.
Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege.
Oh wow, they're
And
actually
Walter,
building
a very
character
successful
depth, so you
businessman in the
actually
settled
feel for the
systems
other
and
NPCs.
Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as
Kinda
you have
has
the
like a
money.
There's
Borderlands
also
feel to
Vlad,
it
the
almost.
ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
My favorite character,
The
right
journey
there.
you take with
Barrett's
Constellation
my
is
favorite.
just the first of many you'll embark on. Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
Ooh.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of
So
humanity.
those robots,
They
you get
consider
one as a
themselves the
companion,
true
and you can
children of
upgrade
Earth.
and
You ever think of joining up
adjust
with the
your
Vanguard?
companion and put different
Help the
parts on
United
him.
Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis
There's
isn't the only
factions
city
you can
within the
join.
United Colonies. The city of Sidonia
I'm gonna be a
on
space
Mars,
pirate,
to this day,
obviously.
serves as the largest mining facility.
My dream
for the
since I was a
United
little
Colonies.
boy was to grow up and become a space pirate. I was devastated to find out that I'd never get to actually go into outer space.
Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems.
It's a good question,
This
Gnomes.
is
That's a good
Freestar
question.
Collective space.
I'll let you discover.
The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
I wonder if they'd let you get like old school weapons, like an old school shotgun or something like that, not just the high end fancy stuff.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout
Ooh,
the
that
solar
looks
system
cool.
as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
Okay, first stop, Neon. It's a pleasure city. We gotta go there first. A Space Ninja Euros World? That's amazing. It's such a great idea. Ooh, look at those guys.
Hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed.
Ooh. Ooh, good. It can get
Outside
graphic.
the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore. But these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers.
That's a cool looking
All
weapon.
heathens shall be made dust in time.
I wish they'd show some more of the combat. I want to really dive into that combat and see what that looks like.
They think the galaxy is theirs.
Yeah, it is rated M for mature.
Wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
She's got an accent. That's hot. Y'all know I love a chick with an
There are so
accent.
many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
I can get lost in character
One of the biggest
creation.
overhauls was done through our character generation system.
We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Snap out of it.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Space and accents, that's right.
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point.
Everybody always makes him more muscular.
As detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
Whenever I did Fallout, I'd always like spend 2 hours making a character just to cover him in armor and helmets and not be able to see him.
Get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in.
Talking like you're AI or Al.
And start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be
I'm
in
not
the middle of a
ignoring
fancy
chat. I'm just
restaurant,
not answering
talking to some
every
guy,
single thing
and
you guys
suddenly
say.
You learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably
Not everyone is human, Burnsy, no. There's lots of NPCs in the game. They learned their lesson from 76. They're not ever going to try that again.
By letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera! Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew, and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you.
That guy would annoy the shit out of me.
The same air. I've got to have every molecule.
Artificial intelligence, okay.
Kid stuff. You have to pay some credit.
The AI these days sounds pretty realistic, though.
Sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
That's kind of neat.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways
sounds
for
neat.
you
I would
to tell your
welcome
story.
the
And if
extra
you want to remove a trait,
the
there are
extra
ways to do that
danger of
too.
mercenaries just popping up, so you could go
feast for
after
the
them
eyes.
for a damage boost. I think that would be a good trade-off because I'm sure when you kill those,
We'll let you
that's
discover
cool.
that on your own.
That's so cool. You're gonna name your character Tom Cruise and give him a specialized
Once you've built
religion.
the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system.
Ooh, look at
Each
that
time
guy.
you level up, you get a skill point,
Okay.
which can be used to unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks.
That sounds cool.
With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
Yeah, boost pack sounds fun. I would totally like that.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
I don't like melee characters in a shooter, but that does look cool, man. Just
that one's a lot of
just
fun.
kidney punch him off the map.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player.
I'm very much not a stealth
I'm out
player.
there pickpocketing everyone.
I like sniping, but I don't like a
Favorite
stealth
part
build.
about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie, and then jumping out and swinging
Boost
on
specs because it reminds me of Otto. That's right.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
Nope.
This area's off.
Charisma can just screw off. No way.
Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player.
There we go. Run and gun for sure.
I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines.
I'm liking this guy. That looks cool. You're gonna pay for that. I would love doing that.
I like blowing stuff up.
Yeah, that guy's got my style down for sure. Yeah, you would sneak, wouldn't you, Raw? There's a lot of people that like the rogue build, that like that stealth style, you know?
Exploration is a
Holy crap, you guys are DMing me a lot right now. Apparently a few of you want to play this game, don't you?
Full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
Either that or you're DMing me to tell me to turn this crap off because you want to go back to MSF. I don't know. I haven't checked the messages.
Hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We study data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun.
Reminex, are you thinking about picking this title up?
A rounded world, we can start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships. It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space,
I don't like playing on consoles anymore. I still prefer using a joystick, but I can do that on my PC. And so I am trying to teach myself to do mouse and keyboard because I know it is the superior advantage, but I just don't like playing on a console anymore.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship.
You can get Game Pass on PC or Xbox.
Hire a crew to
well,
keep
shit,
it up and running.
I bought the full version with early access already for Steam.
Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes.
Okay, I'm curious about this.
You can customize and upgrade everything you see here.
Nice, Comrade Red. Way to go.
You have two ways to do that. You
go
can
chase that
quickly
money,
upgrade
buddy.
Individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space
That is freaking awesome.
You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want.
That is so
cool. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms.
Gotta get that sweet flame paint job, that's right.
Ship. But with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
Do your thing, girl. Do your thing.
As I called it. Where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done
Wow, look at that. You can do some crazy
nets.
builds with these.
So it's really whatever your imagination is.
That's fantastic.
And while you can build your home among the stars
Look
the way
at
you
that.
want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
She's definitely a furry.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
We don't kink shame around here, gnomes.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
That's right, way too raw.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this
Flying penis ships incoming.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually,
did he say for your ships and outposts?
I don't know that I've ever
You gonna set up outposts?
Anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra
What
help on
furry
your
animal
ship,
am
you can
I?
always hire
Obviously, I'm a
additional crew at
koala bear.
spaceports.
Got any
Some
room
cute
on
and
your
cuddly.
ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
That's cool.
And
You can
like
just build up an
companions, most
army.
crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
That's gonna be
Using the
awesome. I can't
shipbuilding
wait to get a
tools and crew
companion
selection
robot.
features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
Please tell me that you can manually pilot the spaceship.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire a weapon.
Yeah!
It's a
Sweet.
complex dance between your
I'm so
piloting
excited.
skills and our power allocation
I heard they were gonna do that. I wasn't sure though.
Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
Oh, that's cool. So like if you're in combat and need to get the hell out of there, then you can have that Star Wars moment where you're trying to get the jump drive to get going.
You should always be on your toes because you're not alone.
I'm
out
gonna
there.
crash into so many moons and planets. It's okay, way too raw. I bet they put in an autopilot. That'll probably be the only auto I don't use in a game.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
Cool. Oh, nice.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap.
Can you hijack
You can also
them
take
though?
A more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Fuck yeah! It's like they're reading my mind. Look at that! I can be a space pirate! I'm so excited. I'm gonna hijack every ship I come across. That is gonna be my goal.
Once you've taken
to
control
always
of an enemy
board
ship,
and conquer
it's
the enemy
yours.
ship.
Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more
That's
than
right,
fun for your
comrade.
life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Nice tats, bro.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship like the UC Vigilance.
Is docking a term I need to know, guys?
Or rub elbows with the
I'll look it
galaxy's
up later.
wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm gonna board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just
You can
finished
steal their
cooking up some
sandwiches.
food.
Yep.
If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of
I
the
don't know,
best moments are
Seabassy.
the
I
ones
think she's
you
kinda
discover
cool.
on your own. The
We
thing I
suspect
love
she's
most
a
about
fir- oh.
Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
I do
That
love
DNA is so present here.
Bethesda story crafting.
It's in our handcrafted
They come up with
quests.
really fun and interesting
And it feels
side quests
so
and
cool to play
mainline
it and just
stories.
make your own
They've done a
path
good
in this
job over the
universe.
years with that, so
There
I think that's going to be
over
cool.
1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit.
1,000 planets. That's awesome.
We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring.
Starfield will not have
of a mostly
multiplayer
untouched
at
galaxy.
launch. Oh, that sucks.
We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear.
That's okay though. We can all still
giving you a
play it and
massive
just share
playground
our
with a ton of
adventures
toys.
on stream.
And just
if
setting
you
you
guys are
free.
gonna start streaming Starfield, I will definitely come and watch. The loading between planets. I mean,
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation.
oh, it's not gonna be a
Explorer's
canvas
watch.
bag.
This is the watch that you
Good
actually
choice,
get
guys.
in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did to watch. Our attention to detail. in the
because
game
we shit the
totally
bed with the
translates to
canvas
this.
bag last time, so
Inspired
we went
by the
all
cases
out
that
on the watch
astronauts
and
used
case
during the
this
Apollo
time.
era to bring back samples from the moon. Got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
Functionality and believability of this as
I
something
kind of
that
want
exists
that.
in the
I
world,
kind of
the
want
Starfield
that.
universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
I may need to get that as well, simply because my kids destroy controllers
Not
at a
only
pretty
that,
high rate, so.
We've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox, and this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Yeah, I'm not in love with the headset. I got my own, thank you very much. Shut up and take my money. I'm gonna build me a sandwich conqueror. Blame it on his kids. It was the kids, I swear.
Prepare for departure. Ground jump commencing in 5, 4, 3.
I'm just worried that the performance of the Xbox version won't look as good as the PC version could. I have a pretty decent build, and I think that I can run high graphics on this game. And I want it to look as good as possible. I want, you know, 4K if possible.
All those little details.
And I don't know if the Xbox is going to look as good.
But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world. It's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this
Capped at
big with
1080p, that's
Starfield?
good enough.
Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level.
If I can make it look as good as it looks right here in this video,
exciting planets
I will be super happy.
and
If
the
I can make it look as good as they're showing it, and they're showing it as the best,
Scanning a planet
I'll be
before
super
you land
happy.
is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
For the first time ever, when I tell my wife I want to watch, I'll actually want a wearable
generate
watch.
the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch
That
together.
guy looks like
a
an
block of
elf from
terrain.
Skyrim, man.
After that, we have the system.
And it's not
that
even a
adds
diss. He actually looks pretty cool.
Locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter.
I haven't
Or
seen the same
plants to
creature
pick up.
twice yet in this video.
It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friend
See, doesn't that guy look like a dark elf or something?
that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Show me some more of that combat. The combat that everybody was complaining about. I want to see what it looks like now. So they have armor and health. Shows you the XP. That XP thing right in the middle of the screen is annoying. I hope I can move that. See, it's like right in the center. I don't like that.
It's
hope they can
completely
move
up
that.
to you, how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
Dude, there's so much to collect and do in this game.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to
Customizable HUD would be sweet because I like the least possible. I like a minimalized HUD as well.
Something you've never seen before.
Harvest resources and be on my merry way skips
When it
off.
comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Good question, comrade. Do we get swords? I mean, if you can punch, I bet there's a way to use melee clubs and stuff, right? If you can punch, they should have opportunities for a variety of melee builds. Way Too Rob will be the stay-at-home farmer, and we will be the run and gun pirates coming home to her after space exploration.
Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses, and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam, where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
I don't ever get too much into decorating my habitats and bases and stuff, but I do take a lot of time in building them and making sure they have a lot of features that are useful in game and that can like help with bootstrapping, like resource collecting while I'm gone. You know, I want like an AFK build for my habitats. Doesn't it look fun?
And research
The
stations
fact
in
that
your
you can
outposts to utilize
like be
any
a space
resources
pirate
you
and
find
capture
or already
sandwiches
have.
is just amazing.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels.
You can
different
customize
ammunition like
each
explosive
gun.
rounds.
That's awesome.
All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor.
There you go, Raw. There's your stealth build right there.
You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
There we go, comrade. You can get yourself a hatchet and a knife.
Balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid.
Okay, so they heard the complaints. It does look good now.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Oh my God. That just makes me want to drool. One thing I loved about Borderlands was all the guns,
You may need
man.
to switch things up based on your environment.
Oh.
Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. and for giving you an edge in combat.
I want to go buy it
Sometimes
again.
You'll even feel like you're flying.
You can't tell me that doesn't look like fun.
A different challenge. Firing
Zero
a ballistic
gravity
weapon
environments?
energy will actually push you backwards.
Oh my god.
Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
Realistic zero-G physics. That's fantastic.
These are high-powered electromagnetic
I wonder how
induction
realistic,
ballistic
though.
arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
Oof. Robot Model S.
Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more
He just
compact
punched
weapons
that
like
dinosaur in the
pistols and
snout.
submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
A minigun!
Starfield's got you covered.
Oh, Moofy Boo. I know it's Bethesda. I am expecting a lot of bugs. That's just how they roll. That's the territory. But like I said earlier, more and more games are coming out bugged on release with the expectation that they will patch it every day thereafter release and then every week once they get it stable. They've already pushed this one back on its release substantially. Did you see that list of guns that they just held out there? Look at those robots coming after him. I can do the third-person shooter, too. I enjoyed Gears of War. I could probably do both. So you can double hit a sandwich. That'll be my goal. I'm gonna build a Buc-ee's as an
Thanks again
outpost.
for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always
They didn't
sharing
mention
these unique and
anything
special
about
moments
multiplayer
that
or
only a game
co-op
like this can bring.
because the feature isn't
When
available
I
yet.
think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
Or
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
The landscape does look amazing.
The exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that.
I've kind of been
constant
getting
feel of
into photo mode on
discovery
76.
and, wow, I can't
I've kind of been
believe
using it a
there's
little bit more.
More here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spent all this time building your ship.
I was
and you
really
see it
surprised by the
on
shipbuilding.
landing
That
pad.
one I did
These
not
things
expect.
Are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets.
The day-night cycle, those details matter to me. Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending.
Basco, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I'm a sorry, The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Make engines go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
better believe I will be playing that game the moment I'm allowed to. I believe that's the general release. I'm supposed to be able to have 5-day early access to it, but who knows? No Man's Starfield, right? I never did get to play No Man's, was it No Man's Land? No Man's, whatever that one's called. Guess who's spending $150 for a game and a watch? And yep. No Man's Sky, that's it. No Man's Sky. Thank you, guys. So, couple things that they didn't talk about, right? One of which was multiplayer. They never mentioned it at all. So they neither said that it was or was not available. From what I'm told, it's 8:31. Thanks, Reminix. From what I'm told, it will be available later, but right now it is not. And I don't know at what level the multiplayer is going to happen. Also, we saw that they kept mentioning thousands of worlds, right? And we saw when they were flying up to a world that there were some locator points where you could land. Can you land anywhere on that planet, or do you have to go hone in on one of those do you fly toward the planet and then click a button and it'll bring you in for a landing on one of those locator icons? Or can you literally fly from space all the way down to the surface anywhere on the planet? If you could do that, that would be so amazing. I think that would be a little too vast to have literally thousands of worlds where you could encompass the entire surface. That sounds like a lot to me, so I don't know. It's always, when you watch these things, especially from Bethesda, Bethesda's notorious for this, and Scopely too, for that matter, always watch for what they do not tell you about. Like, they did talk about the combat and specifically said it's smooth and feels good. That's because early on, a lot of people were complaining about the look of the combat, and I guess their inside testing said it was pretty bad. And so they did speak directly about it and said that it's smooth. It looked great to me now. It looked way better to me in here than anywhere else. We didn't see a lot of it though, so it might still be a little bit of an issue. You can do that in No Man's Sky. So maybe you can land anywhere, and they simply have those locators so you know how to fly to a populated settlement on the surface. I would really hope so. I think that would be way cool. I'm not sure what questions to ask about after seeing this video footage, aside from those 2 points, multiplayer and the space flight into those places. I don't know what else to ask about this, because I found out so much more about this game than I realized there was going to be. The customization level is far beyond what I thought it would be. I thought we were gonna have a multitude of guns and you could just swap out a scope or upgrade to the next level, but you can totally customize each of these weapons. Same thing with your ship. Your ship is highly customizable, and you can play this game in any way you want. So here's a question for you guys. When you guys play games like, say, Skyrim, for example, or any RPG really, do you find that you tend to play the good guy, or maybe you tend to play the bad guy? I have this issue where I always end up playing the good guy. I feel like I'm missing out on content if I'm stealing from people, taking a shortcut, killing someone I might want to keep alive later. I'm always worried I'm gonna do something irreversible. And so I always tend to play the good guy. I want to, however, play the bad guy. Right now when I'm playing Fallout 76, I'm trying to force myself down the bad guy path, but it's really hard for me. I naturally want to play the good guy. Play both, bad guy, hands down, bad guy. Good guy every first playthrough. I often end up doing 2 runs and do both. It's fun not caring about anyone, killing them all. Good guy, then save and go kill everyone. Shoot and kill Duelim. Yeah, I guess what I end up trying to do is usually I do a full playthrough as a good guy, so I know what's there. and what I don't want to irreparably destroy, and then I go through as a bad guy playthrough. I kind of want to play the noble space pirate. I want to be a good guy, but I also want to steal everybody's shit, right? I want to look for the big corporate factions or the big government factions and totally mess with them, right? I want to be against the big government, big corporate, those fancy stuff. I want to help like the small outposts, the rebel outposts, you know, the pirate clans. I want to join up with those. I always find that way a lot better. Like when I played Skyrim and you could be like, you could be an Imperial or you could be the other group. I would always choose the other group because I was like, fuck the crown, you know? Like I didn't want to do it. I want to be Robin Hood, exactly. I'm a capitalist, but I like Robin Hood. I want to steal from people, I just don't want to steal from the poor. I try and play what I think is the intended character arc for the first go. I do too, Rorix. That's why I really liked Mass Effect, and there were some Fallout games where it wasn't clear what the correct story arc was. I like that. I like really feeling like it genuinely is your choice, and you won't be penalized either way, or there might be a benefit to doing it one way over the other, but it's not necessarily being the good guy. I kind of like it when if you kill somebody and take all their stuff, it's a huge boon to you. Or you can do a shortcut and just like kill the shopkeeper and take all their goods. That shopkeeper will never be around again for you to do trades with, but you might be able to jump, you know, short term. So I like when it plays out all different ways. I'll be looking for kills with every weapon. It looks like there is some achievements for getting kills with specific weapons. I like the way that the character build tree looked. Again, that was one that they didn't really flesh out really well, but I got the gist of it, and so far it looks good. I don't like the playing card progression in 76 right now. Fallout 3 New Vegas is one of the all-time greatest Fallout titles, in my opinion, no toggle. New Vegas was the best because you had such a variety of ways that you could go as far as what faction you joined and what you did within that faction. And it didn't feel like you were ever making the wrong choice. No matter what you did, you felt like it was a cool choice and a cool path to go. Not to mention the level of detail that you could do, like with your gunplay, what kind of bullets you wanted to use in each of your gun and how you built those guns out. So that, it felt like they were doing that within this game. I'm just hoping that the character progression with whether you're a good guy or a bad guy or a noble pirate or whatever you want to be, feels that way like in New Vegas. Fable, I think you're right, Rorix. I think Fable was one of the first ones to make you feel like it was okay to be a bad guy and you weren't missing out on anything. The cat caravans in Skyrim. Makes your no-no spots tingle. This game looks amazing to me. I'm so excited for it. Blitz time. Thank you for the Blitz reminder. And we're gonna end this video here because I'm gonna cut this portion out. Appreciate you guys watching that playthrough and the talk with chat about Starfield coming out 9/6/23. So I will be playing this game as soon as I have access to it. I will be playing it a lot. And honestly, if I find that there's enough of my friends that want to come play this, I will be subtracting from the amount of MSF streams so that I can play this more live on stream, because this game just looks fun. So if it's not buggy, it will be buggy, but if the bugs are at a manageable level, and I'm expecting a lot, so it just needs to be not broken. So if it's not broken buggy, and I think that's really all that I need from it. That's from what I've seen. I just need it to not be broken buggy on launch. and I feel like I could really get into this game. I don't see any major red flags. It looks like they at least worked on the combat systems to feel a little better. I would have liked to see more of that. The progress tree and how you flesh out your character, I'd like to know a lot more about that. The travel systems, I don't know, there's a lot to learn about this game, but so far I am very, very excited for this title. So thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content on this channel. I will be pivoting this channel more towards Starfield, although I might still throw in some other games when I play with friends on stream. And you can always find me streaming live Monday through Friday around noon. I do that for mostly Marvel Strike Force, but it looks like Starfield will be taking some of that time up. And then we do have some evening pop-up streams where I play like Hunt and other games as well. So thank you for joining me for that recording, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.